Delayed monsoon has played havoc with fertilizer demand in the country. Sales fell in July, a month that accounts for most of the annual volumes for fertilizer companies. Yash Upadhyaya is standing by to tell us more like this. Yash, it looks like price cuts haven't helped either.
That's right, Harsha. Good afternoon to you. So, the first quarter as well as the second quarter, they tend to be the most important quarters for the fertilizer company. Nearly 2/3 of their overall revenues come from this period. And like you already know, that because of the delayed monsoon, some of the sales which were to take place in the first quarter, they were delayed and had to be pushed back into the second quarter. But the trends that are coming out from the sales is that in the month of July, the overall fertilizer sales, they are down almost 5% on a year-to-date basis and on a year-on-year basis. And this has been mainly driven by a nearly 10% drop in the sales of complex fertilizer, while urea sales have largely remained steady on a year-on-year basis. The big drop was also seen in indigenous fertilizer sales, which were down almost about 6% on a year-on-year basis compared to what they did in the month of July last year. Now, typically, if you take a look at how the prices have been, the companies have been looking at the trend as far as sales being on the lower side, and they did take some amount of price cuts. So they have announced price cuts in the range of 6 to 8% in the month of July, and another 2% of price cut was taken in the month of August. This was also on the back of raw material prices having eased off considerably. So if you take a look at how the prices have been for some of the key inputs like phosphoric acid and rock phosphate, they are down almost 15% over the same period last year, as well as for ammonia, for which the prices are down almost 26%. July was expected to be a largely positive month, given that we saw a pickup of monsoon later on in the second half of the season, but this has clearly been a big disappointment. However, we spoke with the management of Chambal Fertilizer, and they say that the months of August and September should help in some amount of catching up to do, because the sales have seen some amount of pickup in this period, and as a result of which the channel inventory too has come down, resulting in higher dilution of the fertilizer stock. But if you take a look at the share price performance post the end of the first quarter, most of the companies are down anywhere between 15 to 30% since June 30th to the current date.